Good everyone, welcome to today's video, and today it's the start of the German Talismans, well, not Talisman series, we've already done that. The Premium series is what I meant to say. I do apologise for that. And today we're starting out with the HE-51 B2H. Obviously this is the hydroplane that I unlocked quite some time back, and I was so happy to get this thing. And, well, Moxie got a bit, I think it was Moxie, he got a little jealous, let's just say. But as you can see down there, we've got a load of planes lined up in the back burner, ready to go. I have removed the German Wellington. We are not doing that crap. Trust me, that thing is just pure memes. I probably won't ever get that mark of distinction done on that plane because, well, every time I take it out, I get fully up-tiered, etc., etc. But the B2H, obviously, Halofo called this another Joseph 2000 meme plane. He knows I love my meme planes, such as like the Yak 9B, this sort of thing, and all that. Even my Stukas I love. But yeah, this is another plane to my meme collection, and I'm very happy because it can carry the 10 kilo bombs, which we will be bringing, and obviously it flies very similar to how a HE-51 should. Now, there are a couple of differences. Obviously, you can see the big, massive floats. Unfortunately, I do not have Dark Angel with me today, so we cannot shoot those floats off. Unfortunately, his PC's about at it, so he can't really play War Thunder anymore. He still watches my videos and all that, so there's that. But he normally would get behind me and shoot off the floats, and then I can fly this thing a little better, because with the floats off, it flies much better. It's similar to a float zero, like the A6M2N. That also flies very much better with the floats off. But we'll have to, unfortunately, cope with the floats on, which isn't that much of a detriment in my opinion. So let's take it out and let's see what we can do. Obviously, I've had this thing for quite some time. I've done a review on it before. I've done the mark of distinction and everything. Did that before I did a review. Universal and the 7.92s. Obviously, we're bringing the bombs, which they're not much of a bomb, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, so another thing to note, I have got a new keyboard. It's my sister's old Deathstalker Razer X keyboard. She was planning to sell it, but my recent Roccat Iscu keyboard bit the dust. Unfortunately, that thing is very hard to use now. But yeah, this is taking a while. There we go. Just had to do a quick reset. That seemed to have got it. Okay, we've got Mozduck for our first game. Not bad, not bad. But like I say, my sister was planning to sell this old keyboard, but I asked her, hold on, I need a new keyboard anyway. Do you mind if I have it? And she was like, yeah, I can sell it to Mum, because I wanted to sell it. That's what she intended to do. So my mum's probably paid like 15 quid for this. But it's a nice little keyboard. Like I say, I'm not used to smaller keys, and my typing speed has slightly decreased, but once I get used to it, I'll obviously get better with it. I mean, my flying hasn't really changed, because obviously well, in this plane you don't have webs, so we won't have that problem. But it would be nice if we had Dark Angel or James to shoot the floats off, because that would be nice. Because it actually makes quite a big difference. It doesn't make much of a difference in the other HE-51s, such as the A, the B, the C, the C1 late, etc. But in this, you really do feel a difference. What you're going to remember is this engine is not very powerful. Obviously, it's a BMW engine, and it's just, it doesn't really propel it along very well. And obviously now that it's lugging two floats underneath it, it's just putting more strain on the engine. So it's, well, not strain, I should say. It's still producing the same amount of power. It's just having to overheat more. And not only that, the air resistance will create that anyway. Now, I don't really tend to go for bombers in this plane because it doesn't have the climb rate. It's quite a low climbing aircraft. It's more of a low altitude sort of plane. Like, I'll take it to around 4,000 to 5,000 feet, and then I'll stay at that altitude. Simply due to the fact that this thing's not got the performance to stay at high altitude. And not only that, we have bombs on board, so that's what we have to take into consideration as well. But, for the most part, it isn't that bad. It's a nice little plane to play. It's nice and relaxing. I had a great time with this little guy. And, well, 8 hour rolls for days. It's a great little plane. I do like it. I don't know how much it's going for on the marketplace, but if you can get this thing in that crate that I did, the vehicle crate, then I don't see why not. And there's an SB2M playing fighter up there. Let's have a look at some of the enemy team. Right, you've caught my eye. Oh, we've got a Smurf. I think we've got a pair of Smurfers here. That Minnell's time. I think we've got a pair of Smurfers. No, he's not a Smurfer, but his mate is in that I-15. That's annoying. I've been seeing an awful lot of Smurfers recently. That G2KH6G, he is a Smurfer, which is very annoying. Oh boy. I'm trying out the Pastor Boys aircraft. I'm all the way up to 5.0 American German. Well, I don't know how you got there without rushing up to the lines. You sprayed a dick, as Dave would say, so you've not exactly gained much experience from that. That's the thing though, rushing up your lines doesn't get you anywhere. Because well, you don't gain experience from it. You don't gain experience from just rushing up. Right, I really want to kill that G2KH, because obviously he's a Smurfer. We don't know how experienced he actually is. I have jets for all 4 major countries. What you on about? I'll be the judge of that, pal. Yeah, and you've not got the skill to fly him, clearly, because you sprayed a dick again. Like, the problem is that people rush up their lines, they don't spade, they don't gain experience from their aircraft, and they just want to get to jets. I'll give you a little hint. Jets doesn't make you good. The simple fact of the matter is, flying jets does not mean you're going to be a triple ace in a freaking Sabre in your first game. No chance. Well, that 109's using his speed wisely. It looks like we have to jump in on the tail of these guys. He's being baited, good. Fuck you, smurfing cunt. Wait a second, I've been shot at by triple A now. Of course, the I-15 could follow me into these maneuvers. And I think that's the engine gone. Yep, the engine's dead. Honestly, that thing can helicopter like a fucking trooper. Like, come on. Well, I've got him, but the engine's dead, pretty much. It's come up as red originally, but that's the engine dead. There's nothing I can do. And that was not the HE-51 or the I-15R that did that, just to point out. That was the... what's it called? It was the... sorry, my phone's going off. That was the... oh, I'm trying to think of the name now. That was the AAA. Because well-balanced AAA. Unfortunately, we're not going to get able to use our bombs this day. But... we landed it safely. Of course, the retard gets the kill. It's just disgusting how Gaijin is doing absolutely nothing to stop these Smurfers. But, whatever. Right, well, we might as well go on to our second game, and I will see you all there. Now join me in the second game. Obviously, the first game we managed to kill that Smurfer. I fucking hate Smurfers. We didn't get to use our bombs. We got a couple of ground kills with the guns as well, which was nice, but hey, at least the pilot walked away alive. It's annoying though because the AAA basically got that I-15 to kill, which he didn't deserve that. That thing helicoptered so badly for me. I-15s have always been one of those planes which should not be the reserve aircraft. What the fuck is going on down there? Level 8, why are you here? Fuck you know. Well, now you've just lost, because I know how fast those D500s fire their guns. Oh my god. Well, he's going to be useful. If you didn't catch that already, that was sarcasm. Oh dear. Please, for the love of God, can people not jump into RB when they clearly have little to no experience? Like, for fuck's sake. There should be a minimum of about 50 games in arcade. Like, come on. It's getting out of hand, people. Like, I'm just gonna put my phone on my desk because a friend of mine is messaging me. It's just like, come on. Why does it have to be so annoying? Like, just like, it isn't difficult to put a limiter on when people can jump into RB because I see look, it's just crashed. I'm gonna be a bit of a cunt, but very useful to the team. A D500 is not that bad of a plane, and yet we've lost it. I mean, he's level 8, and he's just jumped straight to RB. He's played a couple of games, yeah, but he has next to no experience. He should not be here. Simple facts. He needs to learn what to do, and I don't know why there's blue smoke randomly. But it's just stupid because at the end of the day, he is a detriment to the team. He is not going to help his team by just spraying off his ammo and crashing. A D500 is not a difficult plane to fly. You just climb it to altitude. Climb it to altitude, boom and zoom, and look. Perfect example. 3 planes on 1 swordfish. We don't need that. Especially in a mixed game where we've got multiple aircraft which are going to be from different nations. I mean, look, you can see a Hawk there, you can see an MS-405. Like, come on. So look, BB-1, CR-42, some good planes there. But we're a plane down, and I'm stuck in a biplane. Bread 88 down there as well. But now half our fucking team is going towards that swarm. Well, in fact, no, that swordfish more like. Just, what the fuck? And I'm willing to bet most of these people are not experienced players. Honestly, like, come on. So this Chaika's doing alright, but there's 3 of them and 1 of him. And I'm the only plane to come and assist. Right, so the MS does have the altitude, but the CR can turn with a Chaika in some situations, and he's just died. In terms of priority target, I'm going to go for that CR. There we go. CR's dead. Good. But look, I'm going to have multiple enemy planes to deal with in a minute. Dodge out of the way. But look, I'm going to have multiple planes on me, and there's nothing I can do. I'm outnumbered. I'm just glad this MS-405 pilot doesn't have a freaking brain. Otherwise I would be majorly screwed right about now. Come on, die. Thank you. Thank you very much. Try again when you grow some brain cells. Willing to bet he was an experience and all. But look. 4 planes going towards that C-200. We don't need them. We need fighters over here. Right, you're pissing me off. Get out of my life. Same with you. That was because I had a very awkward angle of drop there. That's why the plane did that weird maneuver. Like, it's just a clusterfuck of planes. Oh dear. See, look, we've got 2 planes up at high altitude. I bet you these are going to be experienced players. See, look, they're in I-15s. This guy's obviously new, so I don't blame. I sometimes help out the noobs. So, respect to Spaffy. That's fine. I don't mind him helping a noob. I do it. I help the noobs out. If anyone wants a flying lesson from yours truly, just do let me know. I will charge you. Right, I hate AA, so they're getting the bombs. Really, just a hit? That was right on him. Oh my god. You can see why I hate AA. There we go. It's always nice to kill a Smurfer, and look, I'm being hit by AAA, and yet I didn't even see a trait around. This is just fucking bang out of order. But guess what? Gaijin isn't gonna nerf the AAA, they don't listen to players. Think about that whole fucking mouse fiasco. Come on, die! Die! Thank you! That took way too much ammo. I was aiming poorly, but whatever. Right, well, I was running low on ammo anyway, but yeah, we might as well head back now. But of course, most of our team, obviously we've got a somewhat experienced player. I mean, he's level 12, so, but he's doing better than that guy. And the BB-1 just shot down the 109B. Fucking hell. Can I just have one good team for today? Oh, he's a stat padder. Okay. Well, whatever then. Oh dear. Oh, I'm bored of this crap. I honestly am. It's just so many inexperienced players just jumped straight to RB thinking they're gods because they got their first kill in freaking arcade. Trust me, people. When I first started playing War Thunder, in fact, I might have to do like a story video on that, like when I first started. If you want to see that, do let me know, because I would do it. But flipping out. By the way, tomorrow's video will most likely either be a review or a sub request by either Moxie or Raptor Jesus, because I've had those in the back burner for a bit. Raptor Jesus has requested the PBJ-1H, but to be honest, he requested it a bit differently. Like, he wants it in tank forces, but the problem is it's very hard to do what he's asking for. So I'm just gonna ignore that part of the request and just take the PBJ out for a video, most likely. Moxie requested the 192 Trop, one of my favourite birds, but I normally don't bring that thing out unless it's events or something like that. So we'll have to see. I'm going to land on the airfield and J out. I think my team's got this under control now. Plus, I'm quite a slow aircraft anyway. I can't really catch anything. I couldn't even catch the I-15 if I wanted to. That's how slow this thing is. Yes, you do get flaps in this plane. Obviously, it's very similar to the other HE-51s. It's a very nice plane to fly. And to land it, all you have to do is make sure your floats touch the ground nicely. And shebang. And you don't even have to touch the brakes because the floats do that for you. Right, well, let's return to the hangar, because obviously we get an air spawn when we go back to the hangar. Well, not to the hangar, to the repair, but even so. So not a bad result, obviously 2 kills and a couple of ground targets in the first before dying to AA technically. And a couple of kills, same again in this one. But like I say, if you could pick this plane up, I would recommend it. It's just sometimes you're gonna notice you have players that will be a detriment to your team. Don't bother saving them. Like I said, that Striker fought okay, but he was outnumbered because every single player pretty much half the team went out for a swordfish and a brain at 88. They are the last things you should worry about. I mean, I did a video on the freaking bread at 88. It's crap. It's honestly crap, and I've got to cover the swordfish soon enough in the Talisman series. So, so many players are just such a detriment to their team. They shouldn't be allowed. They need to go back to arcade and just learn, but they won't. I can guarantee you right now. But anyway, I'm going to let you guys off. I hope you enjoyed today's video on the HE-51 B2H, and I will see you all on the next one.